This bank holiday weekend, we had a plan. We were going to travel to the Eiger in Grindelwald. It's been my goal to see that mountain for years. But first, we were going to hit 2 more of Europe's big peaks. Here's the plan. Fly to Geneva, head to Chamonix from Mont Blanc, cross the Swiss border to the Matterhorn in Zermatt. Finally, hit the Eiger from Grindelwald. 3 days, 3 of Europe's greatest peaks. But why the Eiger? It's been a goal of mine since reading The Beckoning Silence by Joe Simpson when I was younger. It's a mountain like no other, an intimidating sheer face that's never been in the sunlight, and a very public spectacle. Read the book if you want more of that. 5 years ago, when interrailing, I got close. Very close. But it wasn't to be. Here's a picture of me getting close. I never saw the Eiger on that trip. This was my next chance. So James. This is James. James and I set out for attempt 2 on the Eiger. Oh, and we agreed we had a £400 budget. We arrived in Geneva, got an Audi, we bought a tent, beer and snacks. We'd spent a quarter of the budget and we hadn't seen a single mountain. So we bombed the highway to Chamonix. In Chamonix, we took the cable car 2,843 metres to a Gilda Midi for a view of Mont Blanc. That was €60 of the budget, blown. But it was worth it. Just drink this in for a sec.
James is overwhelmed by what we've got here. The interesting thing is it's quite quiet. People just kind of getting in, as James is now. It's quite gusty up here though, but 3,842 metres, top.
Then we stood on a glass box, above 1,000 metres of nothing.
We're in a queue to stand in a glass box, 1,000 metres above a glacier. Pretty excited. This is going to be great. I've never stood 1,000 metres above anything. We made it to 3,842 metres!
And yes, I wore my pyjamas.
Are we allowed to jump?
At 2,500 metres, the oxygen content is only 65% of what it is at sea level. We stayed too long and felt lightheaded. We got merry in Chamonix town. I wasted the camera battery with drunken rantings.
We arrived!
We walked home in the dark and slept in the car.
Walked past 2 bars, stoically, that say, beer, €2. €2.
Next day, we crossed the Swiss border. The roads were better here. So was the radio. We arrived in Zermatt. Found a horde of my YouTube fans. We weren't as impressed with the Matterhorn, but found this great gorge. We had a beer looking at the less impressive Matterhorn, except that wasn't the Matterhorn, which might explain its lack of impression. We got merry in Zermatt town. By this point, it was raining.
The rain has come.
It didn't bother us. 2 days, 2 peaks down, 1 peak remaining. Rain couldn't stop us.
I'll play some Swiss tunes which showed it.
By now, we'd eaten 75% of the budget, and we still had a day and a half to survive.
Mainly cheese and ham bread. And rain. This is the bit they don't tell you about. They didn't tell us. They didn't tell us! We wouldn't have come if they told us!
The next stop was the big one, the Eiger. Despite zero planning, somehow, we were on track. We took a car train through a mountain, another 30 Swiss francs. We hired bikes to a peak called Kleine Schneide to get a better view, which is right below the Eiger's north wall. That set us back nearly 70 Swiss francs, but it was worth it. It was hard work. We climbed 1,000 metres in 2 hours.
Before we got to this point, James said, the next bit's going to be easy. We're almost there. The bikes just don't get any purchase on the ground either, so we can't use the turbo boost. It's designed for this last segment.
So now they're just
heavy,
useless
pieces of. Nah, I love your bike. You've done it. You've got me up to 2,000 meters in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We ate a sausage at the top, and the view is no better.
That, my friends, is Grindelwald.
The way down was fun though. We descended 1,000 meters in 30 minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't film that bit because we were travelling 60 kilometers per hour on bikes. At this point, I should probably explain my fascination with the Eiger. It's not as tall as the other alpine giants. It's 3,970 meters. The Matterhorn's 4,478. Three sides of the Eiger are relatively accessible, but the north face was only climbed in 1938, and the first British ascent wasn't until 1962. The wall features spots like Death Bivouac, named after two Germans who froze to death there in 1935. In 1938, the Alpine journo called the North Face an obsession for the mentally deranged. An Austrian wrote that, which gives you an idea of the reputation the wall had accumulated. The Germans call it Mordwand, literally, murderous wall. Strangely, the Eiger is very public. Grindelwald is at the foot of the north wall, and so any attempt on the summit on a clear day is literally a spectator sport. These myths were why I'd been obsessed with it for so long. But at the end of everything, I didn't see it. These misty shots were as close as I got. Somehow though, I prefer it that way. It retains its mystery and invites another shot at it. The Eiger 2, Jack 0. Oh, and the budget. We blew it. £450. James said he didn't care.
I don't really care.
But he clearly did.